here we go again. Another case of voting against your own interests. Well, guess what Donald Trump is doing today, or going forward, not today, but going forward? Student loans, you're going to have to pay it back. But, I borrowed money to go to school, and I paid back every penny of it. At the time that I was going to school, the rates were much lower than they were now. And the pilfering by the private sector and the different areas that took advantage of students was not as bad as it is today. Right now, students are pilfered. We have a lot of colleges, private colleges, that take a lot of students by getting them to go ahead and get those student loans. And they get the student loans at high costs, at all costs. And by the end of it, they don't have a degree worth anything. But you know what? It's pretty much people that don't really know the system getting taken advantage of. Biden has been working through with these folks to either using the CFPB for the folks who did it fraudulently to crawl back some of that money. There are a lot of these different agencies that were there created to assist the consumer, right? To assist them from the bankers, assist them from loans that they otherwise shouldn't have taken, but certain universities have gotten them into taking without giving the appropriate advice. So these were reasons why many did it. Now, the Trump government is coming for you. So while Biden was trying to find a way to make life a bit easier for the mistakes that were imposed on you many a times, now we have Trump saying, nope, you're going to pay back. Now, a lot of times, if you look at a lot of MAGAs that didn't go to college or trade schools, they are hooray, hooray, gung ho. Yes, we don't want to be paying your student loans. But the reality is that many of them forgot that in past years, they themselves had temporarily gone to a trade school, had temporarily gone here and there, and now the government is coming for them too. Talk about voting against your own interests. Check this out, and then we'll take it on the other side.
The Trump administration is telling students it's payback time. NBC's Gabe Gutierrez is following this story for us. Gabe, we're talking about garnished wages and withholding tax refund. Why are they restarting this now?
Hi there, Chris. Well, certainly it is a significant shift. And the government says that it would start May 5th because more than 5 million people have defaulted on their student loans. The administration says that number could grow to as many as 10 million over the next few months. And this all comes after this program was put on pause during the height of the COVID pandemic. Now, just a few moments ago, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt spoke about this topic at the White House briefing. Let's listen.
Borrowers will now be clearly expected to repay their loans, and those who default on their loan obligations will face involuntary collections. The government can and will collect defaulted federal student loan debt by withholding money from borrowers' tax refunds, federal pensions, and even their wages.
Now, the wages would be garnished following a 30-day warning. And Chris, this all comes after, during the campaign, you may remember, many Republicans were frustrated at the Biden administration forgiving student loans. The larger plan of the Biden administration to forgive massive amounts of student loans was actually struck down by the U.S. Supreme Court, but they went with a more targeted approach and were able to forgive millions of dollars in student loans. Many Republicans have argued that that is using taxpayer money to wipe out the debts of people who should have paid off their student loans. And so the Trump administration is making good on that promise and, again, beginning to claw back that money starting next month, Chris.
So, yes, look, I believe in paying legitimate bills that you've accrued. I also believe that if you accrued certain bills in a fraudulent method, that there should be some recourse. I think that the educational system in this country is as well, just like the healthcare system is fraudulent. We ask everybody to pay for their own education post-secondary, and the people who get rewarded with that free knowledge, that knowledge that you have paid for, are corporations who get all of that for free. because many of them don't pay the requisite taxes to get an educated workforce. So what I'm saying is the following. I understand. I believe in personal responsibility. Like I said, I paid my own all of my student loans off. I paid it off. It took me 10 years. I paid it off. But I have compassion and empathy for especially the new students, the new folks, and many of them are adults. Many of them are in their 40s, 50s, and 60s who were encouraged and conned into taking out all this money to go to a school that many a times didn't improve their own financial security. So again, how many of those women who voted for Donald Trump realize now they voted against their own interests? How many of those new Latinos that voted for Donald Trump realize that they voted against their own interests? And how many of those bro men that voted for Donald Trump, including those hackers that he found in those chat rooms? Sometimes you feel the pain for your vote, and this is exactly what you're about to get. We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead. Number 1, subscribe to our channel. And number 2, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.